Testing. All right. So if anyone comes in, coming on. Hope everyone's feeling good today. Welcome to yoga. I just finished going on a little hike. I may have overdone it today. I went on a little hike today, and I also went on a run this morning. So today's class will be pretty chill. I'm sure there's some celebration there, not too intense. So yeah, if you have any requests, you can put them in the chat. But I think today we'll do just kind of a full body, focusing on hamstrings and lower back and shoulders mostly. Most of all, just modify as you need to and make sure to have a good time during the class. So let's go ahead and find a comfortable seated position. You can sit with your legs folded, an easy seated position. You can fold your shins below your hips, anything that feels okay and anything that's resonating with you. And when you find that comfortable position, allow your eyes to follow closed if that feels comfortable. Allow your spine to be tall, shoulders to roll back. And take a few moments here. Uniting the mind and the body in one space. Oftentimes, mind or body is ahead of the other. So sometimes our mind is ahead of our body, where we're like, yeah, I really want to go do something. And body's like, man, not today. And sometimes it's the opposite. Body's like, yeah, let's go do something. The mind's like, man, not today. So it's in this place of stillness that we get to find a connection within. The connection of two, mind, body, meeting them on that same wavelength. Allow your breath to become a little bit slower, a little bit fuller. The jaw to relax, the space between the eyebrows to relax. And if you notice an area of tension starting to come up, bring your awareness to that place and allow your breath to flow really naturally to that area. Slowly, slowly easing the tension that you may experience. Notice how good it feels to breathe in fully and to exhale completely. How in this moment everything becomes still. The thoughts and the mind start to become still, the body becomes still, and the only thing moving is the breath coming in, breath going out. And on your next inhalation, invite your hands to heart center in prayer, thumbs against the chest, palms against each other, and take a moment to set your intention for class today. Your intention is anything. What drew you here could be a prayer or an affirmation, can be a mantra, could be a goal you'd like to attain, a single word, could be a dedication to yourself or to another. Whatever brought you to your yoga mat today, find that reason. And with that in your mind, together we find an inhale breath through the nose And an exhale through the mouth, letting it go. Releasing the hands back down towards the knees. Sitting up nice and tall, take a breath in. And on the breath out, allow the chin to fall down towards the chest. As you inhale, allow your chin to come to sway from shoulder to shoulder. Notice anything that's happening, any sensations that are arising for you. If something comes up and you want to stay in that position, feel free to stay there. If you want to make the circles a little bit bigger, you can start to lift the chin a little higher. Moving at your own rhythm here, your own pace. Being mindful of the back of the neck. Not letting too much weight drop forward, but just enough. And slowly, slowly start to work your way back to center. Lift the chin up from the chest. Inhale, lift your shoulders up by the ears. Exhale as you draw them back. Couple shoulder rolls. Good. Switch your direction. And pause here. Inhale, bring the arms up and over the head. Bring the palms together, leaning back. Lift the heart up. And as you exhale, slowly, slowly twist to your right side. Bring your left hand outside right knee, right hand behind us. Tall spine on your inhalation and a gentle twist on the exhalation, taking the gaze over the right shoulder, softening the left shoulder away from the ear. Good. As you inhale, twist back to center, reach the arms high, lengthen through your pinky fingers here, even looking up, leaning back. And then on your next exhale, twist your left side, bring your right hand outside, left knee, left hand behind us, tall spine on the inhale. Move into the twist as you exhale, gaze comes over left shoulder. Right shoulder softens away from the ear. And inhale as you bring your arms back above the head. This time, blinking open the eyes, cactus your arms, lift your sternum up towards the sky. Try to draw your elbows back, lift the heart up. Inhale, the arms come back above the head. Exhale, bring the hands back down to heart center. Take a breath in. Good. Bring your hands out in front of you. Walk your hands out, roll onto the knees, uncrossing your ankles, finding your way to neutral tabletop. Shoulders come over wrists, hips above knees, and we start to move our hips side to side. Good. A couple circles around the wrist, just taking time to warm up the hands, warm up the hips, warm up the spine. And starting to move through a few rounds. Cat, cow, belly comes down, tailbone gaze up. Exhale, tucking, rounding in, chin to chest, cats. 2 more. Inhale, bring the belly down. Look up and lengthen. Exhale, tuck, round in, draw chin to chest. 1 more time. Inhales, the belly comes down, lift the tailbone, lift the gaze. And exhale, tuck, round in, draw chin to chest. And inhale, coming back to neutral. Exhale as you extend your right leg behind you. Roll out your ankle here, one direction and the other. Point and flex the toes. Good. Bend your right leg at the knee. Take your right knee out towards the side and take a few spins here. Moving the hip in one direction and then slowly in the other, articulating this movement. Good. Kick the right leg behind you. Bring the toes down towards the earth and push back and forth on the heel. Get a little calf stretch. Awesome. Bring your right knee back in. Inhale, kick left leg behind you. Roll out the ankle one direction, the other. Point and flex the toes. Good. Start to bend the knee. Take the left knee out towards the side and take a few spins one direction and the other. Awesome. Bring the left leg back behind you. Toes come down to the mat, rocking back and forth on the heel. I'm sorry, pushing back and forth on the heel. Beautiful. Bring that left knee back in. Inhale, sweep your right arm up towards the sky. Roll out your wrist. Open and close the fist. And then when you're ready, thread the needle, bring the right arm through, right ear comes down to the mat. Left hand can stay where it is. You can extend it forward as if in child's pose, or you can wrap it behind the back for a little bind. And bring your left hand back to its original position. Inhale, sweeping the right arm up towards the sky. Big open twist. And exhale, bringing the right hand down. Switch, inhale, left arm to the sky. Roll out the wrist. Open and close the fist. And then when you're ready, thread the needle, bring the arm through. Left ear comes down to the mat. Right arm can stay where it is. It can extend forward. It can wrap behind the back. Bring your right hand back down towards the mat. Inhale the left arm up towards the sky. Open the chest. And exhale, left hand comes down to the earth. Good. Start to curl your toes under, lift the knees up, push your hips back, first down dog. Maybe walk the feet back a little bit just to make your down dog a little bit longer. Start to pedal out the legs. Move the hips side to side, move the head. Anything that feels okay in the body today. And start to find stillness. Spread your fingers as wide as you can, rooting firmly down through index and thumb finger. Lifting up through the hips, slight bend in the knees as you tilt your tailbone up towards the ceiling. See if you can lift your navel in and up towards your spine as you push your heels down towards the mat. Breath in. Side out, breath out. Okay, take the gaze forward. Start to tiptoe the feet forward. Coming to your ragdoll, legs come hip width distance apart. Bend both knees, grab opposite elbows. Let your head be heavy, spine long. Weight tilting forward towards the balls of the feet. See if you can shake your head yes and no. Releasing your arms down towards the mat, nice and slow. Start to round your spine up to standing, stacking head over shoulders last. Take your time, no rush. Inhale, bring both arms up and overhead. Urdhva Hastasana. Grabbing left wrist with right hand, lengthen left arm to the sky, side bend to the right. Keeping both arms straight and strong here, both arms nice and, or legs nice and strong, opening through the intercostal muscles of the rib cage, reaching with the fingertips. Inhale, bring the arms back to center, switching the grip, lengthen right arm to the sky, side bend, left side. Trying to keep both arms straight and strong, squeeze the biceps with the ears, feel the opening through the side body, hip pushes out, foot stamps to the earth. Inhale, both arms come back up towards the sky. Exhale, easy back bend, lifting the sternum up towards the ceiling. Inhale, reach the arms back above the head, and exhale, nice and slow, hinge at the hips, forward fold, bring it on down. Inhale, taking a halfway lift, flat back. As you exhale, step your left foot to the back of the mat. Release your left knee down towards the mat. Inhale, half split, pull your hips back, straightening the right leg. Exhale, bend the right knee, low lunge. Inhale, half split, straighten the right leg, hips back. Exhale, bend the knee, low lunge. A few more times on your own, move at your own pace here. We will have a chance to pause in that half split. Just take a moment to warm those muscles up. Good. Next half split, hold the posture, hips pulled back, right leg lengthens forward. Hands on blocks or hands in cup shape on the mat. Inhale, lengthen the heart forward, shoulders back. Exhale, soften the elbows, folding over that leg. And inhale as you take your gaze forward. Exhale, bend the knee, low lunge. Good. Interlock the fingers on top of the right knee. Push down through the right knee as you lift your heart up. Find the opening in the chest, shoulders drawing back. Feel the stretch in that left leg. And bring your right forearm on top of right thigh. Inhale, sweep left arm up and over the head, taking a side bend to the right side. Gaze comes up towards the left. Pushing into that right forearm as you lengthen through the left fingertips. All right, inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hands come down to the earth, framing the right foot. Inhale, step your right knee back to meet left. As you exhale, bring your chest and chin down to the mat, butt stays up in the air. Inhale, cobra pose, swoop forward, uncurl the toes, lift the chest, elbows in. Exhale, forehead down. Inhale to a neutral tabletop, and exhale, hips back, child's pose, opening the knees wide, sink the hips down towards the heels. Take a few rounds of breath. Inhale, rise back up, neutral tabletop. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Curl your toes under, lift the hips up and back. Breath in and steady breath out. And take the gaze forward, start to walk your feet forward. Feet hip width distance apart, soft bend in the knees. Interlock your hands behind the back of the neck, squeezing the elbows in, or the back of the head, excuse me. Squeeze the elbows in. Let the weight of your head ground you towards the earth. The hands assist, but they don't force. They're just there as a little extra weight. Release your arms down towards the earth. Release the grip and inhale nice and slow, round your spine up to standing. Take your time. Inhale, arms come up and over. Exhale, Anjali Mudra, hands to heart center. Breath in and out. All right, inhale, sweep the arms back above the head. This time, interlocking fingers. Index stays straight. Lengthen fingertips up towards ceiling as you inhale. Exhale, side bend, right side. Inhale, fingertips high. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale, reach the hands high. Exhale, cactus arms, lift sternum up. Inhale, reach the arms back above the head, and exhale, slowly, slowly hinge the hips, forward fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step right foot to the back of the mat, excuse me. Release your right knee down to the earth. As you inhale, half split, pull your hips back, straightening your left leg. Exhale, bend into the knee, low lunge. Inhale, half split, pull the hip back. Exhale, bend the knee, low lunge. Move at your own pace here. Move to the rhythm of your own breath. Maybe taking about 4 more times. Good. This last one will hold here. Pull your hips back, straightening the left leg. Lengthen your heart towards your big toe. And as you exhale, let your elbows soften, surrendering into the posture. Left hip is pulling back. If you have a tendency for hyperextension, we're digging our left heel down into the mat. Toes are flexed back towards the knee to keep the back of the leg active and in control. Breath is steady and slow, fluid. Right. As you inhale, we gaze forward. Exhale, walk the hands forward, bending into left knee. Interlocking hands over left knee. Inhale, pushing into the chest, serves, pushing into the leg, lifting the chest, excuse me. Shoulders drawing back, tall spine. Breathe here. This is a great slow practice to practice with your eyes closed if you're inclined or if you feel safe to do that. Really embodying each and every posture. Bringing your left forearm on top of left leg. Inhale, sweep right arm up and over the head. Side bend to the left side. Gaze is coming up towards the right. Inhale, lengthening the spine back out. Exhale, hands touch down to the earth, framing the foot. Inhale, step left knee back to meet right. Exhale, chin and chest lower down towards earth. Butt sticks up. Inhale, swoop forward, cobra pose, shoulders draw back, elbows in. Exhale, forehead lowers down. Inhale, neutral tabletop, lift up. Exhale, push back, child's pose, knees open wide, big toes together to kiss. Take a breath in, breath out. One more inhale. And as you exhale, walk your hands to the left side of the mat, placing the right hand over the left. Inhale, walk the hands back to center. Exhale, hands walk to the right side. Left hand comes over right. Inhale, hands come back to center. As you exhale, lift the hips up, neutral tabletop. Taking your gaze forward, we'll walk our hands forward, coming into extended puppy dog posture, slowly lowering chest and chin down to mat. If chin is too intense, you can bring forehead down to mat. Think of it as like a lengthened child's pose. As you inhale, look up. Exhale, walk your hands back, neutral tabletop. Inhale, curl your toes under. Exhale, push your hips back, downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, sweep your right leg up towards the sky. As you exhale, opening the hip, keeping that right leg straight. Try to point your right toes towards the back corner of the left side of your mat. Good, nice and slow. As you exhale, knee comes to nose. Gaze comes forward, quietly stepping right foot between the hands. Inhale, sweeping right arm up to the sky for a twist. And as you exhale, bring right hand inside of right foot, heel toe your right foot to the right side of the mat, runner's lunge. Inhale, drawing shoulders back, left knee is lifted off the ground, lifting the heart, looking forward. As you inhale, start to straighten right leg, walk your hands towards the left, pivot on the feet, wide-legged forward folds. You may have to step your right foot up just a little bit here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, sink into the fold. Taking a few rounds of breath here. Letting the weight tilt forward towards the balls of the feet, kneecaps lifting, hamstrings opening, slight tilt of the tailbone upward towards the ceiling. Nice and strong with core control. Inhale, rise, star pose. Arms come up and overhead. Exhale, extend the arms forward. Bending at the elbows here, sweep right arm underneath left for eagle wrap. You can give yourself a bear hug, hands to shoulders, or wrap at wrist, palms come together. As you inhale, look up and lengthen, forearms up towards the sky. As you exhale, hinge at the hips, nice and slow, engaging the core on the way down. Crown of the head sinks down towards the earth. Feel the roundness in the upper shoulders. There's an element of surrender here through the elbows and upper head. Through the elbows and the crown of your head, excuse me. And you can always have a micro bend in your knees here to stay sturdy and strong. Finding that stretch in the upper back. And start to unravel the arms, walk your hands over to the right side. Bend your right knee, Skandasana, side lunge. You can start to pivot to the front of the mat. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step a left foot forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale, hinging at the hips, sinking deep. Inhale, nice and slow, round the spine up to standing. Arms sweep up and over. Exhale, hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Breath in, breath out. As you inhale, arms sweep up high. Urdhva Hastasana. As you exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step back, high plank pose. Shoulders over wrists. Tailbone tucking in, kneecaps lifting, pushing back through the heels. Steady breath in and out. One more inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the hips up and back. Inhale, sweep your left leg up towards the sky. As you exhale, open the hip. Point your toes to the right side of the right corner of the mat here. You can let your shoulder lift if you want to. It's going to place more pressure onto the right hand, but just focus on that hip opening, the stretch through the psoas. And then as you exhale, nice and slow, you'll draw knee to nose. Gazing forward as you inhale, stepping forward as you exhale, sweeping left arm to the sky on the inhale, pausing here, left knee stacking over the ankle and left hip is drawing back, trying to really open through the chest. As you exhale, bring your left hand inside of left foot, heel toe the left foot out towards the side for runner's lunge, drawing your chest or your shoulders back, chest forward. Pushing back through your right heel. Feel that big stretch in the front of right leg. As you inhale, straighten left leg. Exhale, walk the hands to the right. Coming to wide-legged forward fold. You can step left foot a little bit forward here. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. This time you can grab the outside ankles if you want, letting the elbows come out towards the side, tilting the weight forward towards the balls of the feet, letting the shoulders lift up and away from the ears, open in the chest, strong in the shoulders, lengthen the neck. Nice and slow with a strong core. Inhale, rising up, star pose. And as you exhale, extend the arms out in front of you, bend at your elbows, sweep your left arm underneath right for eagle wrap of the arms. And bring your hands to your shoulders or wrap at the wrist, bringing palms together. As you inhale, you're going to look up and lengthen forearms up. Exhale with your strong core, hinging at the hips, forward fold, letting the crown of the head sink down. Feeling the squeeze of your arms, your triceps, your biceps, the opening of the shoulder girdle, the surrender of the elbows and crown of head towards the earth as you tilt forward towards the balls of the feet. If it becomes too intense in the back of the legs, we micro bend the knees here and then we relax and breathe. Unraveling your arms, inhale, taking a halfway lift. As you exhale, walk your hands to your left foot, bending your left knee, side lunge. And then starting to walk your hands to the front of the mat. Low lunge. Inhale, stepping back, high plank pose. This time lowering belly down to mat, using knees if you need to. Bringing the hands behind the back, interlocking the fingers, setting up for locust pose. Option, legs hip width, keeping the feet on the ground. Second option, you can lift entire body off the ground. We'll roll shoulders up by the ears, bring them back, slight squeeze of the scapulas, maintaining a micro bend in the elbows. Inhale, start to lift the body off the mat, either just chest or chest and legs. Keep your gaze down, lengthen the crown of the head forward, breathe deep. If the feet are on the ground, try to push the pinky toes down into the mat. One more breath in. And exhale, release down, release the grip, bring one ear down towards the mat. You can windshield wiper your legs left and right here if that feels good, removing any compression from your lower back. Bringing the feet back down to the earth, second set, locust pose. Interlock the hands behind the back, non-dominant grip. Roll the shoulders up by the ears, take them back, little squeeze the scapulas together, slight bend in the elbows. As you inhale, peel the chest up off of the mat, gaze is down. Option, feet stay on the earth, or option to lift them up. If you're lifting them up, spread all 10 toes. Try to push back through the heels. If you're leaving them down, push the tops of the feet down into the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently release, opposite ear down to the mat. Release the grip. Take a few rounds of breath in and out. Good. When you're ready, inhale, high plank pose or neutral tabletop, and then exhale to your downward facing dog. Hips go up and back. Breath in. Breath out. All right, inhale, sweep right leg up towards the sky. This time bend the knee, open the hip. Squeeze the heel towards the glute. Try to lift upward through that right knee, softening the right shoulder down here, feeling the stretch in that opposite leg, trying to ground the left heel down towards the mat. And then as you exhale, nice and slow, draw your knee to your nose, take your gaze forward, quietly step the foot forward. Inhale to your warrior 2, wide stance, arms cartwheel open, back heel down to the earth. What? Breath in, breath out. Right knee is over the ankle, tracking outward towards pinky toe. Breath in, breath out. And inhale, reverse triangle. Lift the right arm up towards the sky. What happened? As you exhale, reach forward, triangle pose. Reach, reach, reach. Right hand comes down to the earth. Left arm comes high. An option to take left arm over the head, bicep with the ear, pinky faces down. Lengthening through the fingertips as you anchor through the outside edge of back foot. It's okay. And as you inhale, take it back up, reverse triangle pose. Soften your right shoulder down, bend the arm at the elbow. Hand comes between scapulas. Take your left hand on top of the right elbow and just gently push it down here. And on the next exhale, release the arms, bend into the right knee, warrior two, excuse me. Inhale for a reverse warrior. And as you exhale, extended side angle, bring your forearm to the top of the thigh. Top arm comes up and over, spinning the gaze up. Keep anchoring down into the outside edge of your left foot as you push the right knee outward towards your pinky toe. Good. Take the gaze down towards that right foot. Plant left hand, plant right hand. Step right foot to the back of the mat. High plank and pause. Shoulders over the wrists. Might need a little protraction of the shoulders. Push back through the heels. Lift up through the kneecaps. Take a breath in. On the breath out, downward facing dog. Hips go high. On the inhale, sweep left leg up towards the sky. As you exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Squeezing heel towards glute. Left shoulder softening down. Try to soften the right heel down. Good. As you exhale, start to draw your knee to your nose. On the inhale, we gaze forward. Exhale, quietly step forward. Inhale, warrior two. Back heel comes down. Nice wide stance, cartwheeling the arms open. Softening the shoulders away from the ears. Gaze is over the left middle finger. By moving the knee outward towards the pinky toe, we're utilizing our outer hip muscle. And on the inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your left leg, lift the left arm to the sky. And as you exhale, triangle pose, reach the arm forward, forward, forward. Left hand comes to the earth, right arm comes to the sky. Option to stay, option to take right arm over the head, lengthening through fingertips, opening through side body, and anchoring into the outside edge of your back foot. Trying to keep the chest slightly back, shoulders slightly open, gaze up. If that feels okay, gaze down if it feels better. On the inhale, sweep up, reverse triangle. Left hand reaches up, soften the left shoulder away from the ear, bend at the elbow. Left hand comes between the scapulas, right hand comes to the elbow. We gently push that left elbow just a little bit down. Beautiful. Start to transition to your warrior two. Release the hands, bend your left knee. Arms soften down. Inhale, reverse warrior. Left hand flips up, reaches for the back of the mat. As you exhale, extended side angle, bringing left forearm to the top of the thigh. Right arm comes up and over the head, extending through your side body. Feeling that opening through the hip, through the rib cage, through the shoulder, anchoring into the outside edge of the back foot, feeling strength there. Good. Bringing the gaze down, plant both hands to the earth, step your left foot back, high plank pose and pause. Take a breath in, hug the navel in and up towards the spine on the breath out. One more inhale. On the exhale, lower the belly down to the mat. Use the knees if you need to. Uncurl the toes, take a breath in, breath out. Extend your left arm out towards the side. Keep your right hand where it is and slowly start to roll onto the left side body. Take your right foot, place it behind the left knee as the left ear softens down towards the mat for an open chest stretch. Gently come back onto the belly. Slide your left hand into a push-up position. Extend the right arm outward towards the side and carefully roll to the right side body. Right ear down to the mat. Left foot comes behind right knee for support. Only move as deep as the body allows you to. Breathe into what you feel. And so long as there's no pain sensation, moving into the posture, moving deeper in. And slowly, slowly coming back onto the belly. Inhale, lifting up, neutral tabletop. Exhale, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Breath in and breath out. And take the gaze forward. Walk your feet to the outside edges of the hands for yogi squat. Toes come out, heels come in, hips lower down. Elbows push the knees out. Knees push back on the elbows. Hands come to prayer. Nice tall spine. Try to lengthen your spine as much as you can here. And if the posture is really easy for you in the hips, but you can't lengthen the spine, you'll lift your hips up slightly to bring a little bit more strength rather than dumping into the hips. Bring your hands down in front of you. Step your left foot to the back of the mat. Lower left knee down toward the earth for lizard lunge. Right knee is over the ankle here, so adjust the footing if you need to. Start to shift the weight into your left hand without letting the shoulder hike up by the ear. So you're going to push into the mat, drawing the shoulder away. Right hand comes to right knee, and we gently push right knee away as you twist gently to the right side for the hip opener. Okay, bring your right hand back down towards the mat. Heel toe your right foot to the left side of the mat for pigeon pose. Right knee softens down towards the earth. Right hip lowers down to the earth. If there is some space between hip and yoga mat, slide a blanket underneath the right hip and the yoga mat to close the gap. As you inhale, we'll lift the chest, think like a pigeon. And then as you exhale, start to come forward into your sleeping pigeon, trying to keep the weight towards the left side. You can stop on the forearms, or you can go all the way down towards the ground. When you're ready, inhale, lift your heart up, walk your hands back, shift the weight into your right hip, gently bring left leg up and around for double pigeon pose or fire log pose. You want your right shin, spin to you, right shin parallel to the top of the mat, left ankle comes over right knee. So if I had a blanket, actually I have a block handy, because there's a gap here between knee and ankle, I'll take a block and place it under, closing the gap. Alternatively, some of us will have the right knee lifted up and this is closing. You can bring the block underneath right knee too, and there might still be a gap, maybe sliding a pillow here. And finally, you can also sit your hips on a block or a blanket to tilt the tailbone back. I'll give you a moment to set up. If none of these options work for you, you'll take your bottom leg, which is your right leg, and extend it forward, keeping the left ankle over the right knee, okay? Find the position that resonates most with you, flexing both feet. Sit up as tall as you can as you inhale. And then as you exhale, we start to lean forward, walking our hands forward. Your hips are going to tell you when to stop. And that's when you can use your breath as a cue, is when the breath starts to become a little bit choppy or a little bit rapid. We want to stay in the position where it's building a sensation in the hips, but you can still keep your breath fluid, slow, full, and deep. On your inhale, walk your hands back. You're going to extend the left leg out and then swing it behind you, coming back to the original pigeon pose. Curl your left toes under, lift the right leg up and back, stepping it back to your down dog. Take any movements in down dog that you need here. And then when you're ready, we inhale, sweep left leg high, and exhale, step left foot outside of left hand, releasing right knee down to the ground for lizard lunge, taking the weight into the right hand, but remember pushing the ground away so the shoulder doesn't hike up by the ear. Left hand comes to left knee as you give it a little gentle, I like to say love push. So you're not forcing the leg to go anywhere that it doesn't want to go. We're just encouraging its journey towards the left, like a support system. Bringing the left hand back to the mat. Start to heel toe left foot to the right side of the mat for your pigeon pose. Setting the right knee down first. You may notice that left hip is lifting off the ground. There's a space here, and if there is, you'll place a blanket or a pillow or a block underneath that hip to seal the gap. Trying to bring the weight towards the right leg. Inhale, lifting the heart up, and then as you exhale, hinging forward to your sleeping pigeon. Any variation that feels best for you. Stay with your breath here. Being within the body, finding the connection of mind and body here. As you inhale, lift your heart, walk your hands back, shift the weight into that left hip, bring right leg up and around for double pigeon pose. So same, left shin is parallel to the top of the mat, right ankle comes over left knee, and you may notice that the gaps in the legs are a little bit more closed, maybe from the hip openers that we've done thus far. But if not, we'll just take our block, our blanket, our pillow, and seal the gaps so that there's no floating instances of legs or body parts. Yeah? When you're ready, we'll inhale, lift our heart up. And then as you exhale, start to lean forward, walking forward second. Heart leads the posture, right? Hands and body follows. Keep both feet flexed and active, protecting our knee joint. And as you inhale, yogis, lift up, walk your hands back, weight shifts into that left leg, right leg comes back behind us, setting back up in that pigeon. Curl your right toes under, lifting left knee up and back, downward facing dog. Place some weight into both feet. Feel the hips lifting upward towards the ceiling. When you're ready, take the gaze forward, bend the knees, jump or step your feet through to a seated position. And we'll extend our right leg out to a 45-degree angle. Left heel comes in towards pelvis. Sit up as tall as you can. If it feels challenging to sit up really tall, fold up a blanket or a throw pillow, sit on that so you can find a little tilt of your tailbone back and pubic bone forward. We'll sit up as tall as we can, start to twist the body to the right side. Inhale, lengthening the heart. And then as you exhale, hinge at the hips, start to walk your hands forward. Take your left hand, extend it towards the outer edge of right foot or right ankle. Start to lengthen your heart towards the big toe. And then as you exhale, folding over that leg. Right hand can stay on where it is, aiding in the twist to the right, or you can bring right hand to meet left. Try to let your left shoulder drop down. Forehead sinks down. Let your left knee ground down to the earth. On your inhale, lift your heart up, walking the hands back, and switch out the legs nice and easy. Right foot in, left leg comes to that 45-degree angle. Adjust the hips so tailbone goes back, pubic bone goes forward, spine lengthens high, and then little twist to the left. Start to walk your hands forward. Keep flexing your left toes towards the knee. Take your right hand to the outside edge of left foot or ankle. And start to hinge at the hips, lengthening your heart towards big toe. Forehead starts to come parallel to shin. Keep left hand right where it is or bring it up to meet right. Soften the right shoulder down. Soften the right knee down towards the earth. Breathe. When you're ready, inhale, lift your heart up, walk your hands back. Coming back to center, extending both legs forward. Setting up for Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. So if you're sitting on that block or blanket, you can continue to sit here. Again, tailbone goes back, pubic bone comes a little bit forward. You can have a slight bend in the knees if you'd like. Toes flex back towards the knees. Reach the arms high, take a breath in, and as you exhale, hinge at the hips. Hinge, hinge, hinge. When you can't anymore, start to bring the hands down. Outside edges of feet, peace fingers to big toe, ankles, shins, wherever you can make a body-to-body connection. Rotate the shoulders back, lengthen the heart forward as you inhale, and then exhale, keep hinging at the hips. Continue on in that motion. Inhale, lengthen heart forward, nice and tall in the spine. Exhale, hinge at the hips. You will reach a depth where you can start to allow the chin to fall towards the chest. Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. When you're ready, inhale, lift your heart up. As you exhale, walk your hands back, coming into a supine position on your back. Bringing both knees in towards the chest, taking a few circles here, one direction and then the other. And just kind of massaging the lower back here, getting any kind of crunchies out. Keep the right knee in towards the chest, extend the left leg against the mat, give yourself a little love squeeze here, right knee in towards the chest. And then when you're ready, take your right knee to the left side of the mat for a gentle belly twist. You can scoot your hips a little bit to the right as you do this. Right shoulder grounds down towards the earth. You can gaze to your right and breathe. As you inhale, draw your right knee back to center. Exhale, extend right leg long, hip scoot back to the middle. Inhale, draw left knee in towards your chest. Little love squeeze, knee towards the chest. And then when you're ready, take the twist, left knee to the right side of the mat. Hips can scoot a little bit to the left. Left arm extends outward and you can gaze left if that feels okay in your spine, neck, shoulders. Coming back to center as you inhale, left leg goes long, hips scoot back to center. When you're ready, pull both knees in towards the chest. Find your way to happy baby, opening the knees wider than your rib cage, grabbing either back of knees. And if you're doing this option, bring your feet up. Or second option, grab outside edges of the feet. Whatever you choose, gently push the legs down towards the earth as you lengthen your tailbone down towards the earth. So trying to seal off the gap from lower back to ground, push upward through the heels, getting the most of this posture, big open hip posture. You can stay here today or move towards bow and arrow, letting your right heel fall towards your glute and extending the left leg out towards the side like a bow and arrow. And then switch, left heel comes down towards your butt, right leg kicks out towards the side. Let the right heel come back. Draw your knees in. With the help of the hands, bring the feet down to the earth. And nice and slow, let your knees open wide for Supta Baddha Konasana, or reclining bound angle posture, or some know it as butterfly pose. If you move your heels away from the pelvis, it can take some of the intensity out. If you want more intensity or a different intensity, you can draw the heels in. Find the distance between heels and pelvis that feel best for you. And then bring your hand, left hand to your heart, right hand to your belly. And simply feel your existence. The heartbeat underneath your hand, the rise and fall of your belly with each breath in and each breath out. And know that because of this existence, you matter. Everything you do matters. This breath matters. And it's in times like these, in our practices, our mindfulness practices, that we show ourselves that we matter. that we acknowledge our existence, what has brought us here, the nourishment and care that we require from self to live happy, healthy, and free. Basically, we are like a house plant with more complicated feelings. But we need water, we need love, we need nourishment, we need music and art and things to stimulate us, and sunlight, community. With the help of your hands, start to draw your knees inward towards each other, and then extend your legs long for your final and most important posture, your Shavasana. Letting your feet to feel open like a book, the palms to face upward towards the sky. Taking one last inhalation in through the nose, out through the mouth, and resting into our Shavasana. Begin to invite a deeper breath in and a big sigh out. Gently move the head left and right. Reach your arms over the head. Like you just woke up from a nap, stretching your fingers and your toes. Start to turn your body to one side in the fetal position, utilizing the bicep like a pillow. Full nourishment here. With your free hand, gently rise to a seated position, maintaining the eyes closed. Bringing the hands to heart center. Uniting our energies and sealing this class with one last breath in through the nose. And a sigh out through the mouth. Bringing our thumbs to our forehead, we bow the head down. With all that I am, I bow to all that you are. Namaste. Thank you, yogis. Thanks for being here today. Class is free if you need to. By donation, if you can, though, at Feel Good Yoga. Good has an E at the end of it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to reach out. My email is feelgoodyoga@gmail.com. Nico will be here tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. on Zoom and streaming live on Facebook for Yoga Fit. Please visit our page to get the description on that. Otherwise, I'll be back here Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And I love you guys, and I'm wishing you a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. And I will see you next time our mats meet. Thank you. See you soon.